When the fighting begins, the tip of the spear hits the ground first, turning strategy into action, storming beaches, clearing cities, and holding the line where others fall back. The backbone of combat power. This is the ground combat element. The ground combat element consists of a battalion landing team, which is comprised of an infantry battalion and reinforced with combat support. In order to be considered fully staffed, the GCE has around 1,400 Marines spread across 3 ships. This is an example of a tactical recovery of aircraft and personnel, or TRAP, one of the mission essential tasks of the GCE. They are the primary combat force capable of offensive and defensive ground operations. What determines the array of capabilities of the GCE? Well, as we learned in our last installment, Marine Expeditionary Units are graded on their pre-deployment checklists, called the Mission Essential Task Lists, or medals. First up, Marines must conduct amphibious raids. Utilizing combat rubber raiding craft, infantry is rapidly deployed to raid enemy strongholds. The key to this is the short duration and specific limited objective. Next, the ground combat element is tested on their ability to conduct amphibious assaults. The GCE, supported by other elements of the MEU team, are deployed for large-scale operations to seize and hold a territory or beachhead, known as a forcible entry from the sea. It involves sustained combat and the establishment of a landing force. The GCE is then able to conduct offensive and defensive operations. Offensively, Marines aim to gain ground after entering the landing zone. Defensively, they fortify and secure key objectives, allowing for the further planning and execution of ground combat missions. Another essential task is airfield and port seizure operations. Taking control of airfields allow the GCE to secure it and provide security for landing craft, resupply missions, and aircraft takeoffs. Seizing ports secures a logistical hub for Marines to resupply and reinforce ground combat operations by moving heavy vehicles that cannot be transported by air, as well as other supplies, troops, and equipment. This mission essential task allows elements of the MEU to establish a forward operating base. The MEU's ability to conduct non-combatant evacuation operations, or NEO, is tested next. The MEU has supported numerous NEOs, such as earthquake relief efforts in Japan 2011 and Lebanon 2006, one of the largest NEOs since Vietnam. Most recently, in 2021, the 24th MEU played a pivotal role in the evacuation of Kabul, Afghanistan during Operation Allies Refuge. Over 2,000 Marines assisted in securing Hamid Karzai International Airport, managing air traffic control and processing evacuees, contributing to the safe evacuation of more than 124,000 civilians under extreme and hazardous conditions. Humanitarian assistance is the next essential task. Domestically and internationally, it aims to save lives and alleviate the impact of disasters. Marines do this by providing logistical support through supply lines and transportation, medical aid with field hospitals and evacuations, security around distribution areas and infrastructure support with the construction of shelters and the repair of essential facilities. After humanitarian assistance, it's stability operations. It is the mission of maintaining or reestablishing a safe and secure environment through integration among military and non-military organizations. These efforts aim to strengthen legitimate governance and restore the rule of law to a destabilized administration. Another essential task is integrating and operating with joint, interagency, intergovernmental, and multinational, or JIIM, organizations. All U.S. military branches, U.S. government agencies, foreign governments and militaries, and international organizations like NATO and the UN integrate to improve global responses to complex challenges and increase mission effectiveness. Explored earlier, the last mission essential task is tactical recovery of aircraft and personnel. When an aircraft is grounded, a platoon is sent out to recover sensitive aircraft equipment and personnel and return them to the ship. You may find these tasks similar to the overall MEU requirements. That's because the GCE plays a key role in the MEU's overall mission, focusing on their core tasks of amphibious raids, amphibious assaults, offensive and defensive operations, airfield and port seizure operations, NEOs, humanitarian assistance, stability operations, JIIM operations, and trap operations. In order to achieve all mission essential tasks, the ground combat element has dedicated subsections, working day in and day out to get the job done. This general purpose unit is made up of 3 rifle companies and are reinforced with combat support: an artillery battery, weapons company, amphibious combat vehicle platoon, combat engineer platoon, light armored reconnaissance company, and reconnaissance platoon. The GCE, along with the rest of the MEU, is constantly changing and modernizing rapidly to meet an ever-changing battlefield. Today, the modern infantry marine has been outfitted with the M27 infantry automatic rifle and the Android Team Awareness Kit, while drones and counter-drone systems are currently being field tested.
18 Sierra Tango Delta 912.
The way the infantry marine operates has been updated. The amphibious combat vehicle, replacing the amphibious assault vehicle, has been on the most recent MEUs. Additionally, helicopter rope suspension training, traditionally a reconnaissance capability, is being field tested and conceptualized with the infantry. Although the GCE provides the main combat punch, receiving assistance from the other elements increases its capabilities. The Aviation Combat Element, or ACE, provides close air support by engaging enemy forces with missiles, rockets, and machine guns. They can also quickly deploy reinforcements, deliver supplies and equipment, provide long-range sensing capabilities, or execute emergency extractions when the ground forces meet resistance. The GCE and ground capabilities of the ACE work closely together to ensure they are poised and ready to effectively control any situation. In our next installment, we'll go more in depth to explain how the ACE functions.